The 5 love languages. Do you know your love language? The 5 love languages are: words of affirmation. Words of affirmation. Expressing love through spoken or written words of appreciation, praise, encouragement, or affection. Example. Compliments. You look amazing today. I love how passionate you are about your work. You always know how to make me smile. Expressions of love. Simply saying, I love you, frequently and sincerely. I'm so lucky to have you in my life. You mean the world to me. Encouraging words. I believe in you. You've got this, you're stronger than you think. Even when things are hard, I see how hard you're trying, and I admire that. Appreciation and gratitude. Thank you for making dinner, it was delicious. I really appreciate how much effort you put into planning our weekend. I noticed you've been working really hard lately, and I just want to say I'm proud of you. Written notes or messages. Love letters, handwritten notes, thoughtful texts, or even sticky notes with affirming words. This can be especially meaningful because the words are preserved and can be revisited later. Why it matters. For someone whose primary love language is words of affirmation, silence or a lack of verbal appreciation may feel like emotional distance. Harsh words, insults, or criticism cut deeply and may take longer to heal. Consistent, kind, and intentional words build their emotional security in the relationship. Tips for using this language well. Be genuine, don't just say things to say them. Mean it. Be specific, you're great is nice, but you're great at keeping us organized and calm during stressful times is better. Make it a habit, don't wait for big moments to affirm your partner. Daily encouragement matters. Now, let's move on to the second love language, acts of service. Acts of service. Expressing love through helpful actions, doing things to ease your partner's burden or make their life better. Examples: cooking a meal, doing chores, running errands. Common examples. Everyday tasks. Cooking a meal. Doing the laundry or dishes. Taking the car for an oil change. Bringing them coffee in the morning. Helping with responsibilities. Running errands when they're stressed or tired. Taking care of things they hate doing, e.g., making appointments, grocery shopping. Offering to help with a work project or study prep. Small considerate gestures. Warming up their car on a cold day. Packing them a lunch. Fixing something that's broken without being asked. Taking initiative. Doing something before they ask for it, very important. If they have to ask, it might not feel as loving to them. Anticipating their needs, like tidying up when they're overwhelmed. Why it matters. For someone who speaks this love language, unselfish effort feels like love. They value what you do more than what you say. Neglecting to help, being lazy, or creating more work for them can feel especially hurtful. Thoughtful, helpful actions say, I see you, I care about your needs, and I want to support you. How to love them better. Ask them what kind of help means the most to them. Don't assume. Do things without being asked. Spontaneous acts of service hit the hardest. Be consistent. One kind gesture is nice, but regular support builds lasting trust. Don't do it begrudgingly. If your tone or attitude is resentful, it loses all its power. What to avoid. Saying, I'll do it later, and forgetting. Not following through on promises. Assuming that words or gifts can replace actions. Doing something halfway or without attention to detail, they'll notice. Now, let's move on to the third love language, receiving gifts. Receiving gifts. Giving thoughtful gifts or gestures to show love and appreciation. It's more about the thought and meaning behind the gift than the monetary value. What counts as a meaningful gift? Thoughtful surprises. A book they've been wanting to read. Their favorite snack after a long day. A keepsake from a trip you took. Personal or handmade items. A handwritten letter or card. A playlist of songs that remind you of them. A photo in a special frame. Just because, gifts. A flower picked on a walk. A small trinket that reminded you of an inside joke. A tiny gift on a random Tuesday, no occasion needed. Celebration gifts. Birthdays, anniversaries, and milestones really matter. Missing them or giving a thoughtless gift can feel extra painful. It's not about the price, it's about how personal or meaningful the gift is. Why it matters. For someone with this love language. Gifts are physical symbols of love and memory. They often keep and treasure meaningful items, even small ones. Forgetting occasions, or giving something generic or last minute, can feel like being forgotten or not seen. How to love them better. Pay attention to their preferences. What do they like or talk about? What makes them smile? Give intentionally. Ask yourself, what does this gift say? Don't wait for a special occasion. Unexpected gifts often mean the most. Present it well. Even simple things can feel special with a nice note or packaging. What to avoid. Forgetting birthdays or anniversaries. Giving gifts that feel impersonal or obligatory. Dismissing the importance of gift giving, I don't believe in gifts, can come off as uncaring. Thinking this love language is shallow, it's about emotional connection, not price tags. Now, let's move on to the fourth love language, quality time. Quality time. Giving your undivided attention to your partner, spending meaningful time together. What counts as quality time? Focused one-on-one time. Having a deep, uninterrupted conversation. Turning off distractions, phones, TV, etc. Making eye contact, listening, and engaging. Shared activities. Cooking or eating a meal together. Going for a walk. Doing something you both enjoy, games, hobbies, planning something together. Quality conversations. Talking about your day, feelings, dreams, or struggles. Not just what you say, but how present and open you are. Intentional presence. Being fully there, even during small moments. Sitting together in silence but feeling emotionally connected. Why it matters. For someone who values quality time. Presence equals love. Being available emotionally and mentally matters more than words or gifts. Distraction equals disconnection. Looking at your phone or being half there can feel like rejection. Time spent together helps them feel seen, understood, and safe in the relationship. How to love them better. Put away distractions. Show them you care by giving your full attention. Plan regular one-on-one time. Even short moments matter if they're focused. Ask meaningful questions. Invite connection, not just surface-level chatter. Listen more than you talk. Reflect, validate, and stay emotionally present. What to avoid. Constant multitasking while they're trying to connect with you. Canceling plans or frequently being too busy. Spending time together without engaging, e.g., being on your phone during dinner. Thinking proximity alone is enough, emotional availability is key. Tip. Even if your schedules are packed, a 10-minute walk, a no-phones dinner, or a heartfelt check-in before bed can mean the world to someone who values quality time. Now, let's move on to the fifth love language, physical touch. Physical touch. Expressing love through physical contact. This can range from holding hands to cuddling or sexual intimacy. What counts as physical touch? Affectionate touch, non-sexual. Hugs, cuddling, holding hands. Touching their arm while talking. Sitting close or leaning into them. A gentle touch on the back or shoulder. Intimacy and sexual touch, when appropriate. Kissing, sexual intimacy, or romantic caresses. For many romantic partners, this is a deeper expression of love and connection. Comforting gestures. Holding them during a hard time. A reassuring squeeze of the hand. Stroking their hair or rubbing their back when they're upset. Playful or spontaneous contact. A surprise hug from behind. A tickle, a playful nudge, or dancing together. High fives, fist bumps, even casual contact can have meaning. Why it matters. For people who speak this love language. Touch equals connection. Physical contact helps them feel grounded and emotionally close. Neglecting touch can feel like neglecting the relationship. Reassuring, loving touch calms their nervous system and strengthens emotional trust. How to love them better. Reach out first. Don't wait for them to initiate affection, they'll often appreciate you taking the lead. Be consistent. Regular touch throughout the day builds emotional intimacy, even small touches. Use touch to comfort, not just romance. They need it in everyday life, not just special moments. Pay attention to how they respond. Everyone has preferences about how and when they like to be touched. What to avoid. Withholding affection, especially during conflict, this can feel emotionally devastating. Only offering touch during intimacy, which can make it feel conditional. Being physically distant, especially in public or when they're stressed or upset. Touching without care or attentiveness, forced or inattentive touch can feel hollow or even hurtful. Pro tip. Touch doesn't always have to be dramatic, sometimes, the smallest gestures mean the most, a hand on the leg during a conversation, a quick shoulder rub after a long day, or holding hands while walking. Takeaway. Knowing yours helps build stronger connections. Which one is yours? Comment below.